All right, so that is Beth's profile. So again, so if I was online and I see you, first of all, you would fall in there because of 5'4". So again, I have women clicking on my thing. They're 5'7". I know I shouldn't worry about height, but I'm 5'5" and a half. I think I put 5'6". Yeah. 5'7", and with heels, she's 5'8", 5'9". You know, I think that may be an issue.
For you?
Yeah, probably for me, but I think for a lot of women.
Right, but for them, it's just a question. If you list your height accurately,
that's true.
Then it's up to them if they're open to it. Because there are women, I know women who actually enjoy being the taller one. So,
wow.
Yeah.
All right, so you have to get me set up. All right, so let's put my profile. Here's my profile picture. That's my maiden picture. And then let's just scroll through my other couple of pictures.
Yeah. And they're good. Like the one with you with your pup is the greatest smile. That's a great smile on your part.
Thank you.
I really like that one. So,
it's okay. Let's critique the pictures first, because you said to me, "Hey, Rob, we have to get you pictures." And I'm thinking, what?
Right.
My pictures are excellent.
Well, your pictures are good, except you said about women that you need a full body picture.
Oh yeah. You know what?
You don't have.
I don't have a full body. You know what? That's absolutely true. I'm thinking I got from the waist up. They can see I'm not a heavy guy. But that's a good point.
Yes.
Okay.
But this one, actually, you could be heavy.
Really?
Yeah. Look at the way it's bunching around the tummy stuff a little bit and stuff, and it cuts so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good to know.
Yeah, and I know you're not a heavy guy,
right,
so that's the thing. Like Rob, tells me, "Oh, I've got how many sit-ups left today, or something."
I don't tell her that. That's not what it
tells me all the time. Beth, you should be doing sit-ups. No, I'm like, just do them for me, please. Yeah, but no, he's in great shape. But I don't think that photo really represents. It could look like that's why you cut off there, because you could have a little bit of a tubby, and that's not good.
All right.
And then the other three are all basically like. The first and last
are the same. Just a different look. I get it.
Yeah, so just not enough. So it feels like you don't have good pictures.
Ah, okay. Well, this is a good point.
So if you look at my photos, right, I've got one kind of on a stage because I love to be on stage. I've got one just kicking back and being silly. I've got, a beach and one in a pool. Like, I like to be different places. And yours look like...
They were all done in the same day.
Right. And so I can't learn anything else about who you are or what you like or what your authentic self is.
From my photos.
From your photos.
Good point.
Right. So I think that those could be improved.
All right, we'll do that. That'll be excellent advice.
And so I think that for every photo you pick, there should be something that you're trying to tell the prospective dates about you.
It should be telling a story.
Should be telling a story. Exactly, Mr. Videographer.
Yes, that's very
Yes, exactly. So figure out what story you want to tell. Putting your dog in a bunch of them, I don't think is great. Quite frankly, I think French kissing your dog, and there's so many people that are showing these things. I'm like, that does not make me want to kiss you.
No, that's pure insanity.
It's what the dog says about you.
Okay.
And so to me, because I don't have pets, and my kids have finally gotten out of the house, like, I don't want a pet, I don't want to be tied down. When I see somebody who has a dog, what do I think? They're tied down. They're going to be like, oh, I can't spend the night because I have to get home to the dog. Oh, we can't do an unexpected weekend away because I have to take care of the dog.
Okay, but just on that note, I do unexpected stuff all the time. There are great kennels. I'm just saying. So keep that in the back. If you like a guy,
yes.
He has a kennel. He doesn't have a kennel.
But instinctively, right, that just kind of shows up. The same thing when they show pictures of themselves with young kids.
Okay, so what about that? That's their children's. I've seen women do that. I'm like, and they'll say, my family's incredibly important to me. I get that. I think that's, so what's the problem?
So, that's great, but again, these pictures, you're online dating for a reason. And the fact is that this works conversely. Women, we do tend to find, if we're a family person, we find a man who is also family oriented kind of sexy. We like that about them.
Absolutely.
But the converse isn't true. Men do not find women sexy with children. That is not what makes, that's the Madonna whore complex. Like, you've already now crossed this point. They don't want to think of you that way. They want to think of you like, what is she to me?
It's a good point, but then what does women do? Because I've seen women where they have a picture and it doesn't turn me off. I
don't think it should be there. Plus, I don't think you should be I don't think there's a great benefit to putting your kids' faces
That's a good
on
point.
these sites either. And then when you blank them out, then
That's
it's like,
stupid.
why are you doing this, right? Again.
And I will say though,
So-
just so you know, if you've never been on a dating site, there is almost everyone that I've seen. I've only been on 2. You probably can answer. But there's a spot. Do you have children? Do they live at home? That's
Yes.
on there. So you can just say that, yes or no.
Yes.
And then
And you can put that in the words too, right? There are people who say, I have one teenager who, will be gone in a couple of years, or I have young kids at home. Different things. So you can say so that people know who they're getting.
True.
But it's not a selling point, I think. It's certainly not a selling point for women with kids. And for men, there is some, but still subconsciously it's like, oh, who are we displacing? And I don't think you should have anybody feel like they're displacing. So
all right.
you're only selling you.
Yeah, talking about selling, let's get back to my profile.
Okay.
And just now we're going to get to the wording. Now, Beth has said to me off camera, my wording was perfect. She doesn't want to change a thing. Are you
Right.
sticking with that?
Is that what I said? Okay.
Oh my God. Can I get a second drink?
No. But so let's see.
Go ahead.
Life is too short not to enjoy hot chocolate chip cookies. I really love that. I love the things that you like to do. And the
She's getting ready to take me down.
okay, I'll start with the big.
Yeah, let's start
At
with
the
the big
very
one.
last one,
Yeah.
I thought you were doing great until the very last line. I believe in God, I believe in Jesus, and I'm thankful. If
Yep.
you feel the same way, we're off to a good start.
That's right.
Now,
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
so I'm Jewish,
Right.
but spiritual.
Right.
We would not be a good match for other reasons and stuff. But if I were good for all the other things, would the fact that I was Jewish stop you from wanting to date me?
No. So,
That would stop me from thinking I was suitable.
well, you know
for
what? Let's stop right here. You say it would have stopped me. So, the woman I'm going to end up with, be married to, you know what? I do think it's important that we share the same faith. Because my faith is important to me. So, us not sharing in the same faith, I think that would be an issue. I want to be clear. You're Jewish, I'm Catholic. We're great friends, right?
Right. This is not a judgment. There are people who really do. They're Catholic and they want a Catholic. They go to church every Sunday and they want someone to go and to believe with them. And that's very okay.
Okay, so you know what?
Be clear about it then.
No, you know what? I am going to leave it, and I'll tell you why. Because who I'm going to end up with, I think should be either, doesn't have to be Catholic, but Christian. Or, the old spiritual, which I never know what that, when I talk to people at spiritual, when you talk to them really, you find out they're much deeper than that. They just don't want to say it. Okay, that's fine. But if they're a completely different religion, and we're going to end up together living in the same house, no, I don't think that's something, there's nothing wrong with that.
Isn't Catholic and Baptist, aren't those completely different religions?
No, well, they're different church-wise. They
Right.
both believe in the same, we both believe in Jesus. I don't care what denomination you come from, and I don't even care if you're not really sure, but you're spiritual. But if you're pretty much in your, and I hate to get into this too deep, if you're pretty much in your religion and it's completely not Christian whatsoever, which is, I had no problem with that. I want to be sure, but
Right.
the woman I'm going to end up with in my home, her home, whatever, I think we should be the same religion. That's me.
Okay, so I think that's cool, but you can't say religion because that's Catholic or Baptist. Those are different religions.
So belief.
you
Should I
mean
say belief?
what?
And
You
I didn't say.
want somebody who believes in Jesus, and that's what you
Basically
got.
what
I
it says,
believe in
yeah.
God. I believe in Jesus. Okay, so that's fine. And you just have to realize that you could be right. You have to know what it is that you want, and to make sure that what you're saying represents that.
That's a good
so
point.
that you're not just chasing away too many people that you might be interested in talking to.
Good point.
Okay.
Honestly, I think there's so many women and guys out there that I may have reduced the field a little bit. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
What else do we got?
And
Wait. Overall, you read my thing. Let me get some quick snapshots. Do I sound like a fun guy? Do I sound like I have issues? What would concern? Do I sound like you have concerns? Snapshot. You read it. Boom.
yeah, no, I think it's very good. I think it's real. I think you give enough information that I don't think I'm reading a bot. I don't think I'm reading, somebody who's catfishing. So it's not perfect, which I think is good because
Okay.
none of us are. We're not supposed to be writing a formal, academic paper. So I do like that. Yeah, I think it went on a little bit like your ideal date and stuff, all about should follow up with an honest compliment about her appearance. Like I don't think I want to read that in your profile, because then I know that as soon as I meet you, you're going to be looking and trying to think instead of it just being natural. Like, oh, I'm so taken back by your, like, you look so good or something. I'm going to think, oh yeah, he was.
Do me a favor, no joke.
for
Put a
one.
line right through that. Good.
And then romance, your last line, romance could be a lot of things, but one thing it has to be about her.
Yeah. Wait,
That
there's a
just
problem with
sounds
that?
trite.
What?
Romance shouldn't just be about one person.
No, but romance, from a woman's perspective, the guy, here's to me what romance is. From either side. Okay, so a question I ask women all the time on a first date, sometimes on the phone. I say to us, Beth, and I'm going to ask Beth, let's just do it right now. So Beth, what is the most romantic thing you have ever done for a guy that does not involve sex?
Oh, because, until you added that, I
Yep.
was like, I picked up somebody,
Absolutely.
I picked up my guy
No,
at the
wait,
airport.
don't even answer it. You're going to
Yeah,
go.
I want to answer that. I picked him up wearing just a trench coat and nothing underneath.
Exactly.
Right?
And guys love it, but I
Right.
want to hear about what is the most romantic thing you've ever done for a man.
Okay, so I got a gift. I researched somebody who really loved books and who loved art, and I found an old letter from Ernest Hemingway, an original with the signature, and I had it framed and matted and gave it to him as a gift.
Oh, that's awesome. So that took a lot of thought.
Yes. It was, it was expensive. It was meaningful. It was historical. It was beautiful. So romance is generally defined by the terms. It's like an energy, an ambiance, and electricity, unexpectedness, and surprise. Okay, that's the dictionary definition of romance.
But you have to add one more thing. You have to add, in my opinion, you have to know that person. Because you could do all the surprise stuff. If the woman's like, you surprise me, I'm going to make something ridiculous. You surprise me by taking me to an Astros game. I don't even like baseball.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Right. Romance is personal.
Yes.
So it totally depends on the particular person.
Yes.
So one thing, I've shown up at certain times, at times unexpectedly. I sent flowers to a guy once.
That's cool. That's great.
He actually was not thrilled. He was a little embarrassed.